I'm about to say, the big question everybody wants to know is, who do you think killed Sully? Who you think killed Sully at the end? So I'm gonna ask everyone their opinions. I want to preface it by saying I think the writers made it ambiguous, so I don't think
Absolutely.
any answer is right or wrong. But for your imagination of the story, Mo, what makes most sense? Who do you think killed
What
Sully?
makes the most sense? I mean, well, you have names like Jack, Stefan, right? And of course, I'm not saying these are the like most likely scenarios, but just names out there that I've even heard, right? Stefan might spin the block, change his mind, right? You have Jack, she might have, grew a pack or some, and decided to kind of go out there. Maybe it could have been, Cy potentially. Maybe it could have been someone from Jamie's crew after they found out really Sully was the one to kill Jamie. After Stefan kind of confided in his man's at that scene. I
Yeah,
forget.
that was side. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
side.
at side he confided inside. Or it could have been, someone from Liverpool, right?
Mm-hmm.
That decided to kind of come back and pull up. Or probably the Irish, someone potentially from the Irish. One thing I would say, just based off of like they left it ambiguous, but if I had to say what makes the most sense, it would probably have to be someone from the community, someone that was of someone that was because you can tell the clothes they were wearing was a bit urban, right? So I'll probably rule out the Irish, right? That's up front, right? Because of just how they were portrayed. I didn't see anyone, particularly that could came back. Stefan is unlikely, in my honest opinion, because he kind of just he his story ended right then and there in that last
Mm-hmm.
moment, which was a phenomenal moment. Jack, maybe something happened in the background and she probably just kind of came back and decided to spin the block, but I still think it's unlikely because of the amount of fear Sully bestowed in her, right? I'll probably say the likely scenario it might be I'm probably gonna go with someone else. Maybe what's the guy? I think Sully's cousin.
Jermaine.
Someone, maybe Jermaine put out a hit on Sully. It could have been probably someone that Sully impacted in the previous season, and they decided to just come back. I'll probably go with someone from Liverpool at this point, So
Yeah.
that's probably my guess, honestly.
What you think, Oliver?
Yeah, before, I mean, my first guess when I saw it was like, damn, like Sai had to go back and get him, bro. I was like, Sai, it had to be Sai. That's like my brain was stuck on that. But like, as I took time to like, I watched the last episode again, and my theory changed a little bit because I feel like the person with the most motive, in my opinion, is Jack.
Okay.
I feel like once Sully might have been on his way to go handle that. Like he might have like gotten that call, left that interaction with Steph, and was
Mhm.
like, "Nah, I gotta go kill Jack." Because the longer Jack stays alive, the weaker he looks. You feel me in that situation, and I think Jack understands that dynamic, and so yeah, I'll put. I'm gonna say my guess is my theory is Jack, but I have heard a good theory. I'll share it after. I want to hear what you got, Rue.
Okay.
Okay.
I actually like the Jermaine theory because I thought about that too. And then Jermaine's brother Rafe was probably one of the only people I really saw put fear in Sully's heart. That has to go back to the summer house one though. So and Rafe spared Sully once, so Rafe could have easily been around still. But I'm gonna lean towards the Irish just because I think when it comes to resources, they probably have the most resource. I know they took out a big head of the Irish, but I just think they have other people in line to step up, and I just
Okay.
think they couldn't let that slide. Because when an organization like that, now you're talking about like mob-esque kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's a little bit further than just the summer house gang. You know what I'm saying? So I think someone like that. The reason I don't think Jack or Cy is because Jack, even though she's in the streets, I don't think she's a killer. I remember when Sully and Deshane first ever in Top Boy got a gun, and Deshane was like, "Yo, you think you ready for this?" So it's like your first time, you know what I'm saying? And I can't recall Jack killing everybody. I just don't think her first time is gonna be Sully. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I'm gonna go with the Irish. I would just be hard for me to see like people who most said like Sully instills so much fear in them. Like maybe they would think about it, but I don't think they could actually go through with it.
Yeah.
But what is the good theory that you heard?
I want. All right, maybe I boosted it a little bit. Let's say good, but it's a theory that I didn't consider before. So I remember the scene where they were looking for Deshane and Sully was in the alley. He ran into the 3 kids who are like runners for the gang, and he handed the white boy a gun. It was like, if you see Deshane, shoot him. And remember, when he ran into Deshane boomed him before because he was like wrestling the gun out. And I heard a theory that it could have been like because that Sully gave him the responsibility to shoot him and put the gun in his hand, he put him in that situation. So either one of the 2 friends that was with him went back to get Sully because they missed their friend or to get vengeance or something like that. That was the theory that I heard. It was just one I never considered. I was like, they also would have a motive, technically.
Bro, them kids couldn't even kill Tom, yet alone kill Sully, bro. Yo, he said, it's the Shane.
He was like, yo, Deshane was like this with the gun, like, yeah, you ready? Are you gonna?
Nah. Yeah. So I guess because our last video I think on Top Boy went kind of far. I kind of want to wrap this one here, but I'm gonna ask you guys: should they have, obviously now with the main characters dead, it's done, right? And they said it's the final season. But do you think they should have wrapped it, or do you think they had created enough tension and interest where you would have wanted to see them not kill off those characters and expand the story?
No, I think they should. I think they cut it. They had to. I think they, like Oliver said earlier, I think they ended the story of Deshane and Sully perfectly, right? I think they needed to die in order to kind of keep the story kind of authentic. So I think they closed the door appropriately, and you could still have spinoffs, right?
Yeah.
So with just other characters.
I'm not interested in the spinoffs, but you can have spinoffs.
You can. Yeah, you can. You can have a spinoff with Stefan, right? With Jack, like, and I'm pretty sure if they did a spinoff with Stefan, I'm pretty sure people would watch if they execute it right.
I just feel like there was some hype about his character coming into the season after the Jamie death. Like, oh yeah, Steph's about to step up, and I just feel like I don't think he did enough to lure people in my opinion. But that could also be because it was just too short of a series. You know what I'm saying? He ain't take that vengeance. Like, and by vengeance, I don't necessarily just mean killing Sully, but I'm just saying, like, we saw a little bit of it at the gas station, but I think if they would gave us more of those kind of scenes than the love scenes, then maybe people would have been more on board for Steph.
Yeah, probably. But I do think if they do they'll have to do it like a time skip. And if it shows that he's still in the streets and they introduce new characters, I think they can make it work for sure. Absolutely.
How about you?
Yeah, I mean, not a whole another season, but I do think they could have squeezed in like 3 or 4 episodes.
Oh, that's without a doubt.
Yeah, that's without a doubt. At the end, like at some point of season 3, to kind of just build out a little bit more of the character, build out a little bit more of the story. Particular character that I like to know, like, what now with is I forget her name, but Aaron's mom.
Mm-hmm.
Her, like, because she became like this social advocate, like the community person, and I'm like, all right, what now after the riots? Like, what happens with you? Like, do you just
they're gonna knock her off?
So that's one storyline that I felt like never really closed. And like, somebody could easily say, who cares, right? Because she wasn't a big part of it, but they gave her a lot of screen time in the season.
They did,
a lot of power. So it's like, oh, what happened to her now? Like. But yeah, I would only say like 2 or 3 additional episodes to season 3.
Okay, yeah, I feel that. Like I said, I don't want this one to go on an hour because it easily could, and then maybe if in the comments they say they want an extended one, we'll do an extended one. But definitely like, subscribe, comment, and tell us what you thought about the season. How did you rank the seasons? Did you want more Top Boy, or are you good where it ended? If you guys want to take us out, go for it.
Like, comment, subscribe, get us to 1 million views. Stop. But now we appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, when we drop our videos. Continue to support us. And share your comments on what type of videos you would like us to continue producing, and we will just go from there. So thank each and every one of you, and have a good evening. Till next time.
2 cents short of $1.
Sully, back to the top.